Yeah, so basically speaking, the fact that the in Kerala, if we look at the fact that there are basically three to four parties, the political parties, which are there, and both these political parties are built on the aspects of two basic factions. One is the Congress-led faction, which includes Kerala Congress, the Indian National Congress, and the Muslim League, and this is called as United Democratic Front or UDF. Then there is the left-backed faction, which basically involves Communist Party of India, Marxist Communist Party of India, and then there is there is one more, like there are a few factions of the Kerala Congress itself. So Kerala Congress has many parties, like it's like Kerala Congress Jacob, Kerala Congress, and so on and so forth. So based upon different persons. So some of the Kerala Congress parties actually back, like one of the Kerala Congress, I guess, parties are actually back LDF. Now, if we look at the polarization per se, the religious polarization, it's actually not that much, because unlike what we see in the perhaps in north, the polarization does exist in Kerala, but it's not around. It's not that much. Why I say so is because first of all, there is polarization definitely with regard to the Muslim League, and Muslim League basically, though it's a ally of it's ally of Congress party, and Congress all, it's usually said that Congress tries to portray Muslim League as secular. However, a Muslim League is very open in its aspect that it is for the welfare of Muslim community in general. However, it does say that it's for all minorities, and it's for it's for the cause of minorities. However, I don't like the depiction of how Muslim League actually works, and how Muslim League, like, there are very less members. There are members, there are MLAs as well, who are here from other religions, but then most of them are Muslims, and the very depiction of the very word itself, the Muslim League sounds very biased towards one religion. I mean, if we could have a Hindu League or something like that, then clearly it would be, we see that it's a polarization. So on that aspect, it's definitely polarization. Secondly, if you look at the way it has often backed Congress, it was against the anti-communist, it was against the communist movement, and it was against the it backed the Congress as well as the Christians, as well as the the upper caste Hindus, who, during liberation struggle around in 1950s, when Communist Party was in power. But the fact is that if you look at how much this party has backed Congress, the only time this party didn't back Congress was when the Rajiv Gandhi opened the Shilanyas, like, for the Babri Masjid. So when the gates of the door were opened of the Babri Masjid were opened for the Hindus, that time it didn't back the Congress. Otherwise, it usually backs the Congress. So, and other districts where especially the Malappuram district, it's very popular for Muslim League. Muslim League continuously wins no matter what in that particular district. So yeah, so that is one thing. And then secondly, the Muslim League. So that is of what Muslim League. If we look at the church polarization in Kerala, so church also plays a significant role in the politics. However, we could see that people may not necessarily go with the idea of, like, with what church wants. However, it has a considerable power, at least with regard to the clergy and conservative Christians, so to speak. Not all Christians may go with what the church say, but at least the conservative Christians and the clergy usually goes with what the church says. And the church usually doesn't back one particular political party, but it backs the cause with the political party which represents their cause. So, for example, one of the major cause for the church is the prohibition of liquor, because liquor is very popular among the Christian community, and it has been cause of misery for many Christian families and so on and so forth. So, although traditionally, liquor ban is something which is perhaps anti-Catholic, so to speak, being Roman Catholic Church being the major church in Kerala, it seems to be anti-Catholic. But however, because the liquor consumption is so drastic that prohibition, so to speak, is the only option that perhaps seems. So church is favoring that as well. So those parties which favor this, even if it be the left party, the church goes for this, for supporting the left party. Again, that is something that happens in Kerala. The parties which usually is parties for Syrian Christians, so to speak, is Kerala Congress. Kerala Congress is more specifically towards it's not a part of Indian National Congress as such. It backs Indian National Congress, but it's a party which is populated towards the southern belt of Kerala, which is populated by Christians, Kottayam, Ernakulam, and so on and so forth. That is about Kerala Congress. And then of course people of all religions are also there in Kerala Congress. Then if we talk about communist party is usually by Erua caste. That caste is basically it's kind of the largest caste in Kerala, and that caste basically talks about the communist, basically backs the communist party, and therefore communist party it's a vote bank of communist party, so to speak. Then if we look at the BJP has been becoming popular, has been increasingly becoming popular in Kerala. Its votes are consolidated among the upper caste Hindus, and it could also be like, for example, it also takes on some religious stance, for example, with regard to Sabrimala and so on and so forth. But all over, one could see that there is religious polarization, but it has not taken a violent form, I guess. Secondly, Kerala has much less religious riots, or so to speak. However, there are riots, and usually the riots are on the other side. It's not the majority community which basically does that. It's the minority community against the majority community in Kerala. But then they are more progressive, and it has a high social justice system, and regularly we see that Muslim League is also justifying that they are also Indians, and and the leaders are saying that even if Mecca attacks us, we would send our kids to fight against Mecca. If Pakistan attacks us, we would send our kids to fight against Pakistan, and so on and so forth. These are some of the words echoed in Parliament as well as in Lok Sabha and State Assembly, so to speak. Then if we look at and of course there considerably it's more peaceful in Kerala than compared to some of the states in north. But yeah, there is aspect towards religion and caste as well.